Terror birds are an extinct group of large flightless birds that lived in the Cenozoic era, so from 62 million to 1.8 million years ago. Made up of 17 different species from 1 to 3 meters tall, they made up the top predators in South America, living alongside animals such as giant armadillos and giant sloths. Able to reach speeds of up to 48 kilometers an hour, terror birds chase their prey down, knocking them over with their large claws and pecking them to death. While their big, sharp beak looks scary, it's likely they focused most of their efforts on much smaller prey, like small rodents and snakes. This is because their face shape could not generate a lot of force. Unlike most other birds, the face on a terror bird was fused together. The bones were fused, which means that they were good at stabbing prey in this kind of motion, but they couldn't move side to side. This meant that if they were to fight against a struggling prey which was pulling their face side to side, they could risk some serious injuries to their face. Scientists can't agree on this, however, because there's examples of other top predators, such as sharks, with a similar head shape. Now, another cool thing is that based on the 3D images of their ear canals, these terror birds were able to communicate with each other and hunt for prey using low-frequency sounds. When the Panama land bridge between North America and South America began to form, the terror birds were one of the first predators to make their way across this bridge from South America into North America. This time was known as the Great American Interchange. During this time, most species from South America went extinct because they couldn't compete with the mammals from North America, such as the bears and the cats, and the terror birds were likely one of these species. It also didn't help that around 2 million years ago, the most recent ice age was starting, and so as the climate cooled, the terror birds were not able to adapt. There is some evidence, however, that the terror birds were able to make their way into Africa and Europe, as we found fossils of similar species in these regions. The closest living relative to the terror birds are the surimas. Running around the grasslands of Brazil on their stilt-like legs, the surimas use their feet to actually pick up and throw prey against rocks and other hard objects in order to break their bones. Some of these prey can be insects, snakes, and small frogs. If the prey is too big to eat in one gulp, the surimas will use a sickle claw to tear the prey apart and eat it in smaller chunks. Man, that puts velociraptors to shame. I'll see you next week.